he does really well with his back to goal. And what he also does is that when he drops underneath, he doesn't just stop his movement there. He now lets all the runs happen in front of him, and then he just happens to drift into an open spot inside the 18-yard box. Again, that's a good feel for the position. And he may, even though it may not be a natural position for him, he has displayed good feel for the position. Hence why Spalletti keeps putting him out there. He may not be the striker that you think and you picture, but it's a striker that is effective right now.
His best attribute is he arrives late. Like he's from a deep position, arriving late. Nobody sees him, and before you know it, it's in the back of the net. You mentioned Luciano Spalletti. I give him. I know that Weston's done this before. He's proven Juventus, the brass. He's proven to the fans. He's proven to his teammates, to the new coach, that he's going to earn his spot. He's going to be there year in, year out. After every single year, they try to get rid of him. I know this, but Luciano Spalletti has really unlocked another level out of him. And I would say Juventus in general. Jonathan David was nowhere to be found. And all of a sudden, Jonathan David and Weston McKennie are one of the hottest duos in Serie A. And Weston McKennie's, 3 goals out of his last 4 Champions League games. And now he's got 7 goal contributions in the last 7 games. Like he's showing up at the right times because he has a coach who believes in him. For the longest time, he didn't have that. He didn't have that luxury. He didn't have that benefit of the doubt. He feels like he's playing with it and he's responding on the field. As Ali said, it's instinctual now on the field, in the box. You smell it, you sniff it, it finds you. That's the moment he is in. And if you are a U.S. men's national team fan, if I am Mauricio Pochettino, I could not be happier because a guy that I would have said I had doubts about where he could play with Mauricio Pochettino's system is now in this system playing in a role that he could possibly play for Mauricio Pochettino. I'd be very happy for Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah, 23 straight starts here for Weston McKennie, and obviously with the confidence of, you mentioned his coach, Luciano Spalletti. Here's what McKennie said after the game. Spalletti is unique, as I have never in my career worked with a coach like this. He's so good, worked with the team spirit. I'm really happy, and I think everyone here is happy to be working with him. So he's very happy, Ale, which is basically the message for McKennie, but is he sending messages elsewhere to past coaches or present?
All right, here we go. I'm shocked, really, that a player who's getting an opportunity to consistently play, which he wasn't getting before, the manager that is making those decisions, that you're happy with that manager. Well, of course. There's no bigger fan of a manager than the player who's actually gets selected consistently because of it. Of course. If you are Weston McKennie, you're loving some Spalletti, and you're loving the fact that you're doing something different, something that perhaps wasn't natural to you, something that wasn't supposed to be part of your player profile. And here you are, not only having a different role, but actually being productive in that role. I think that says a lot about Spalletti, but I think more importantly, it says something about Weston McKennie. And I'll throw it out there. Because if Mauricio Pochettino is doing his homework, and I assume he is, because why wouldn't you? It's a World Cup year, you would think that he would be doing his homework. We're having a conversation about the number 9 position for the U.S. national team. Let's just say, for sake of argument, that Balogun is not going through a good moment or suffers an injury or whatever. Does Weston McKennie now have a place in that conversation, given the fact that there haven't been others that have really stepped into that position and said, this is mine? Does this give Mauricio Pochettino a different look or a different idea or a different thought? I think maybe it does.
Are you suggesting that Weston McKennie plays a 9 for the U.S. men's national team?
I'm suggesting that if he can play for Juventus in that sort of position and do a job, there's something to be said about the possibility that if Balogun is not available...
No. Actually, I know what you're saying. I actually think it complements a Balogun well. Like, Jonathan David's been playing with Weston McKennie. They link up very well. Yeah. So a Christian Pulisic and a Weston McKennie in a double 10 position with the Fowler and Balogun, that could be very productive. And I know where you're going with this, because it's like when you see a center back late in games arriving into the box because he's good in the air, because he has that know-how inside and out of the box to get his head on the... Weston is one of the best aerial threats that the U.S. men's national team has. So that's going to be a natural conversation. why are you the way you are? I heard your question. I heard your question. Yes, I heard your question to Ala Moreno here. I don't know if you caught her question about is he taking shots at past coaches?
No, that's not what
That's
I
exactly
said.
what you said.
That's not what I
What'd you
said.
say?
I said, what message is he sending?
To past coaches.
Yeah, well, possibly.
No, it's not about this. It's not about the past coaches here. It's not about.
I have to cover all my bases.
It's not about Greg Berhalter. It's not about Mauricio Pochettino. It's not about Dave Sarachan or whoever he had at Juventus before him. This is about how comfortable he feels with Luciano Spalletti. This is how comfortable he feels in that system. And this,
even Dave Sarachan is surprised that he made the show today.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, it has nothing to do with the past because I seen this narrative. Oh, shots fired. I'm like, hey, who? Like, who do you think he's taking shots at? You know?
Okay. I was just asking.
Look, I just think it's a player who's playing, and the coach that picks him all the time is now his most favorite person in the world. Now, that happens to change quite often once that coach decides to not play you.
But throughout your history as a player, you'll have a coach or two that's your coach. That's your dad. That's your soccer dad. And that'll happen, and you play differently for that coach. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. It's love.
Okay.
It's a story of love.
And like in love and past bad experiences makes you really appreciate the present and that new relationship that you're in. I'm just saying it makes him more appreciative of his present. Weston McKennie, who's having a great present as of late.
We're still talking about McKennie, right?
We are still talking about McKennie, but as I've learned in life, soccer is also applicable to a lot of life lessons.